I'm calling from Los Angeles, California.
What part of L.A.?
Yeah, that's a huge city, I hear.
Yeah, I'm right down the street from USC.
Oh, well,
my old stomping grounds. How is the old
All
school?
right.
Well,
how's
wait,
my
wait.
old alma mater holding up? Don't talk about it, Steve.
wait, you know, I'm from the other school, okay? So when I hear USC,
You can't afford it.
when I hear USC,
Put it away. You can't
I
afford
usually
it.
take $1 out of my wallet and go like this. But as they say in the trades, fight on.
Yes.
So
What can we do for you today?
Okay, I was incarcerated for a while, and I had a restitution. But I was under the impression when you got out and you did your parole, as I did successfully, you didn't have to pay restitution unless you violated your parole. How true is that?
well, let's step back. What was it? What kind of a crime was it?
It was a pretty bad crime.
Okay, and how much money is involved?
$5,000.
You know,
Is this $5,000 to a victim or to a government?
It's to the victim's right.
Okay.
I kind of didn't. Well, they almost got every bit of it. I'm only owing $66 more, but still.
66 more dollars?
Yeah, but see, this is the crazy part. They didn't come after me until like 20 years later.
20 years later.
20
Okay.
years later.
Wait, that's government. You know.
Right, and I'm thinking after 7 years, isn't it a statute of limitations there?
You know, that's an interesting question. I'm.
Let me ask you some more questions.
He's an ex-prosecutor, so.
Let me ask you some more
Or is
questions.
it persecutor? I guess I'd call you.
No, come on. Everybody needs a prosecutor from time to time. Let me ask you a couple more questions. When you were out on parole, how much sentence was left?
I completed my sentence. I completed it.
What was the
I had
sentence?
to do 3 years parole. Is that what you're asking?
No.
Yeah.
No, not really. You went to prison as well?
Yeah, I did the time and everything. That's why I didn't think.
Wait, did you do the whole time?
That's my question.
I did 8 years on a 13-year sentence.
Okay, so
And
you were let out with some time left, some prison time left, so you were let
Yeah,
off.
but that was work. It was work time, good time. So it really wasn't anything. I behaved myself while I was in there, so they let me go.
So you had no prison time left.
None.
State or federal?
State.
State. Okay.
Which was horrible. Oh God, it was a nightmare.
Well, I could recommend the federal prison, but that's probably not going to be any better. You don't want to go back to either one, and it sounds like you're leading a good straight life now. Let me just give you a practical answer. I'd pay the $66. I wouldn't say boo about it. I'd send the money in. I'd go bye-bye, and you're done with it.
Is it still $66, or do they add something to it?
No, I did the whole 5,000. They've been taking it. They've been garnishing my paychecks.
Oh,
all right.
But what I was thinking was, after 20 years and after me not violating parole and me being a good citizen, how can they come after me 20 years later for that when I was under the impression that I had to violate in order to have that?
Yeah, I understand. You've got some options, and I'll tell you, if you owed $50,000, I would fight like a cat and a dog in order to protect your rights to not pay anything more. But for $66 in the practical world, sometimes you have to be realistic and practical, and that's my partner's suggestion. Pay the ticket and move on.
you know, there are statute of
Well,
limitations.
no, it wasn't even a ticket. I'm saying they
No,
garnished
I'm
all
saying
the
that.
money.
I'm saying it somewhat facetiously.
I'm familiar with restitution orders, and I think that since they're part of judicial proceedings, I don't think they go to judgment. I'm not sure. I mean, generally there's a 4-year statute of limitation on contracts, etc. But somebody who could serve a 25-year sentence and then get out and have to make restitution, that may be part of the sentence. I'm not sure exactly, and if there's a good criminal lawyer out there, give us a call and try and help us on it at the 1-800-405-4222.
I went to an attorney.
But I tell you what. I mean, you pay the $66. If we're giving you the wrong legal advice, don't worry about it, because this is a fun talk show.
Right.
But I would hate to see the government come in and take more action against you for $66.
Well, no, they're not going to take more action because they already garnished the full 5,000. There's only 66 left of the 5,000.
All right. Well,
so I paid it all.
I would follow
and
Route.
plus I did. And plus I did the time.
Well, I would follow Route 66. I would pay the money, and I would not go any deeper than that in it.
There's no way I can find it.
No, he's not saying there's no way to fight it. He's saying that there's a practical solution
Did you have
here.
a public defender at the time?
No, when I got out, I went to an attorney.
We're losing the cell phone connection.
Okay, we're losing the cell phone, so we're going to have to cut you off. But if you had a private lawyer or a public defender, go back to the office that represented you and ask them that question.
Yeah,
But I'd pay the 66
the
bucks.
fact of the matter, look, Steve,
And there's 1,000 people in the audience, and they're all going, pay the 66 bucks.
yes, they're all willing to give 6 cents each. You know, I think there may be ways for her to fight this. I really do. This may not be at this point, after all this time, this may not be a lawful order. She may not lawfully owe the $66, but I agree with you completely.
I sure wouldn't want to test it.
No. For $66,000, yeah, sure. Go see the lawyer, fight it tooth and nail. But look, at $66, it's a headache. It's something hanging over her head. I suggest that she pays it and moves on. That's my suggestion as well.